Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected, but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way.
Fellow Tarabians, my name is Professor Jerome Nyame, the People's Professor. I want to call on all 168 wards that continuous voters registration is currently going on. I urge you to get your PVC today, your voice and your ticket to participate in shaping our dear states. Get your PVC now, keep it safe, and exercise your rights. Let's make our voice heard. Thank you. I remain the People's Professor, Professor Jerome Nyame.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come.
Good evening and welcome to News at 9 p.m. on Som TV. I'm Bridget James, your host, coming to you live from Jalingo. This is the Pulse of the Nation. Stay in touch with us on Facebook at Som TV and follow our live stream on YouTube at Som TV Live. Here are tonight's major headlines. NOA launches voter education campaign ahead of Taraba local government election as Governor Agboke first receives praise for strengthening grassroots democracy in Taraba. IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu's trial adjourned to October 16th over health assessment. President Tinubu assents to Police Training Institution Establishment Bill 2024. International news. Russia signals Ukraine peace deal prospects fading amid continuous fighting. Business news. Nigerian face surge in cooking gas prices amid supply disruption. Entertainment news. Afrobeat singer Cipro shares high cost of music production. Sport news. Cristiano Ronaldo becomes football's first billionaire after Saudi Pro League contract extension. And now the news in full. The National Orientation Agency, Taraba State Directorate, has launched a voter education campaign ahead of the November 8, 2025 local government council elections, aiming to promote informed participation and peaceful polls. The event at NCDC Hall, TSBS Complex, Jalingo, brought together political party representatives, civil society group, traditional rulers, and media. The State Director, Malam Zakari Muhammad Kashimu, he urged voters to understand their civic duties and called on parties to educate members on proper procedure.
Responsible voters are essential to maintaining the integrity and credibility of the electoral process. Without adequate education and outreach, it becomes challenging to address issues like vote buying, rigging, political violence, and token. Political parties, on the other hand, should equally understand their obligations to educate their members on recognizing party symbols and the correct way to cast their ballots, while also adhering to electoral guidelines, rules, and regulations. While recognizing the tireless commitment of the Taraba State Independent Electoral Commission towards ensuring a hitch-free process, we in the National Orientation Agency also wish to reiterate that this election will influence critical local issues such as security, infrastructural development, and to achieve success. As a arousing the consciousness of the citizenry, we urge eligible voters to turn out for the 8th November elections to decide who takes over the mantle of leadership as councillors at ward levels and as chairmen at local government levels through democratic process. We shall continue to sensitize prospective voters using our community orientation and mobilizing officers, COMOs, across the 16 LGAs of the state to minimize the incident of void votes. in the forthcoming election. We call on all stakeholders and our partners, the media, traditional rulers, civil society organizations, religious leaders, and the security agencies to ensure a hitch-free process for the benefit of Taraba State. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, it has become imperative that we caution against hate speech and defamatory statements during campaigns by prospective candidates. Campaign messages should be straightforward according to democratic tenets, and principles that are devoid of attacks on the personality of an opponent or political party should be adhered. It is worthy of note that elections are not do or die affair. Hence, we should embrace the outcome of the process or seek redress in the appropriate quarter without taking the law into our hands. To inform the citizens of Taraba State that this campaign is on course. But I've already stated, we have officers at each of these LGS of Taraba State, the 16 LGS, and we intend to use them, and also to leverage on our, what we call stakeholders and partners within the LGS. So NOAA is going to use a boot on the ground approach. That is, we are going into every part of the state to ensure that we talk to our elders, our youths, our people, our political parties as well, to give peace a chance. Because this is not a do or die affair, as I said. So the process is transparent, it's clear, and NOAA is going to be sure that everybody that is supposed to be contacted is contacted. And as I said, we are going to do it without fear, without favor. We are doing it for the benefit of the state. It is our mandate as the National Registration Agency to ensure that people are educated, are sensitized, are mobilized, are enlightened, and are educated. This is it's not a different ball game altogether. It is the same thing. So we are equally and adequately prepared to engage the citizens of Taraba on this election using our platforms. We are using social media platforms, we are using the press, we are using everything possible to ensure that this message goes down to the grassroots. Thank you.
Governor Agbokefer's dedication to peace and grassroots democracy is transforming governance in Taraba State. Speaking at the flag off in Jalingo, NOA State Director Malam Zachary Mohammed Kasimu commended Governor Kefers for ending the era of caretaker chairman, aligning governance with constitutional and Supreme Court provisions. He urged citizens to avoid hate speech and uphold electoral integrity. Experts explained that with support from NOA, the TSIEC and the Kefers administration, Taraba is advancing towards credible and inclusive democracy.
Commendable. We urge the Commission to maintain the tempo to the end of the exercise. The amended election timetable, to the best of our knowledge and NOAA, is meticulously being implemented. I find it expedient, ladies and gentlemen, to appreciate His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefers for his relentless commitment and consistency in ensuring that local government council elections are conducted at the appropriate time, thus ending the regime of caretaker chairman.
Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja has adjourned a trial of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to October 16th, citing the Nigerian Medical Association's incomplete health assessment report. The court had previously directed the NMA to set up a medical board to examine Kanu's alleged deteriorating health, determine if the DSS medical facility can provide adequate care, or if he should be moved to the National Hospital, and assess his fitness to continue the trial. Prosecution counsel Suraj Sahat San requested the adjournment, and with no objection from defense counsel, Onyechi Ekpazu, the court fixed the next proceedings for October 16th. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the suit filed by the Osun State government against the Attorney General of the Federation over the release of withheld local government funds to All Progressive Congress chairman. The Apex Court panel, led by Justice Uwani Abaji, took arguments from counsel Musbau Adebumji San for Osun and Chief Akin Olujimi San for the AGF, while Osun Sikh and other compelling the release of allocations to its elected officials. The AGF contends that the state lacks focus standing and that the matter falls outside the Supreme Court's jurisdiction. Judgment date is pending. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ascended to the Nigerian Police Training Institution Establishment Bill 2024, officially creating 48 specialized police training academies across the country. The legislation, sponsored by Senator Ahmed Abdul Mahmoud Malam Maradu, provides a robust legal framework for reforming police education and capacity building. The institution groups into 5 categories, including police colleges, tactical and technical and specialized schools. They are strategically distributed across all 6 geopolitical zones. Analysts describe the act as a milestone that will professionalize policing, enhance manpower development, promote disciplines, and improve operational readiness in addressing emerging security challenges nationwide. Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has called on the Nigerian media to play a vital role in countering terrorists and propaganda to strengthen national security. Speaking in Abuja at the opening of the Directorate of Army Public Relations Combined Third and Fourth Quarter Media Training and Seminal Team, Enhancing Responsible Media Reportage of Nigerian Army Operations in a Joint and Multi-Agency Environment for Enhanced National Security. Oluyede emphasized that balanced and responsible journalism is crucial to military success. Represented by Major General Muhammad Abdullahi, he warned that misinformation, fake news, and deep fakes threaten national cohesion, urging the media to ensure truth and verified facts dominate public discourse. Senator Kelvin Chukwu of Enugu East has defected from the Labour Party to the All Progressive Congress, giving the ruling party a 2/3 majority in the Senate with 73 seats. Chukwu, who succeeded his late brother Oyibo Chukwu in 2023, cited ongoing crisis within the Labour Party as his reason for leaving. His defection leaves the Labour Party with 4 senators in the 10th Senate. Recent defections from opposition parties, including 4 PDP senators, they have further strengthened the APC's dominance, raising concern about the potential weakening of opposition oversight in the National Assembly. The Nigerian Senate on Wednesday formally inducted 2 new senators, Joseph Okpei, Edo Central, and Emmanuel Nwachukwu, Anambra South, following recent by-election. The swearing-in ceremony, presided over by Senate President Godswill Akpabio and administered by Clerk Emmanuel Ojo, filed the vacancies left by Monday Okpei, now Edo State Governor, and the late Ifeanyi Uba. The family members, dignitaries, and political figures, including former Delta Governor James Ibori and Edo Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu, attended. Akpabio urged the new lawmakers to familiarize themselves with Senate rules to effectively perform their legislative duties, compelling the Senate's full complement of 109 members. The House of Representatives has rejected claims that Nigerian security challenges amount to religious persecution or state-sponsored attacks, reaffirming the constitutional guarantee of freedom of religion. Sponsoring a motion of urgent public importance, Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu condemned all forms of religious violence and directed 8 committees to engage the U.S. government, propose a joint fact-finding mechanism and review report from the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom. Kalu emphasized that insecurity is multi-causal, driven by insurgency, banditry, and communal conflict, affecting all faiths. Lawmakers stressed the need for proper diplomatic channels to protect Nigerians' sovereignty and international relations. Local government officials in Oyo State have urged Governor Seyi Makinde to contest the 2027 presidential election, citing his record of transformative governance and people-oriented leadership. The appeal came during a solidarity rally at the state secretariat in Ibadan, where hundreds of council secretaries, aides, and supervisory councillors gathered. Speaking on their behalf, Ayodeji Aladepo praised Makinde's achievements and pledged grassroots support for his candidacy. Deputy Governor Bayo Lawal, who received the group, described Makinde as eminently qualified to lead Nigeria, assuring them the governor would respond to their requests at appropriate time. The chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee, Taiwo Oyodele, has announced that about 98% of Nigerian workers will be exempt from pay as you earned under the new tax law effective January 2025. Speaking at the 31st Nigerian Economic Summit in Abuja, Oyedele said low-income earners and small businesses will be protected, while high net worth individuals and larger corporations will face higher rates to ensure fairness. The reform aimed to strengthen revenue generation, improve accountability, stimulate private sector investment, and safeguard vulnerable citizens, with full support from state and federal authorities and ongoing amendment to outdated tax provision. The African Development Bank plans to disburse $500 million to Nigerians before year-end as part of a $1 billion budget support to ease the impact on ongoing macroeconomic reform. Dr. Bode Oyetunde, AFDB Executive Director, confirmed the plan at the 31st Nigerian Economic Summit in Abuja. The bank released $500 million in 2024, with the second tranche pending board approval. The support aimed to strengthen fiscal management, power sector reform, and governance, while reform like subsidy removal and FX unification are challenging. They are crucial for investor confidence. Funds will also support agriculture and fiscal consolidation. Vice President Kashim arrived in Bauchi on Wednesday for the Bauchi International Investment Summit 2025. He was received at the Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa International Airport by Governor Bala Muhammad, the state executive, and top dignitaries. According to the Vice President's media aide, Stanley Ngocha, Shetima will officially open the summit, which aims to attract investors and development partners to explore Bauchi economic potential. The two-day event will focus on opportunities in agriculture, industry, energy, and trade, aligning with President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda for inclusive growth and sustainable national development. Enugu State Governor Peter Mbar has urged Igbo entrepreneurs to transition from personality-driven enterprise to structured multi-generational business system that can outlive their founders and sustain the Southeast economy. Speaking during the inauguration of AfriVest, The new Enugu branch, represented by his deputy, Ifani Osai Mba, stressed that the Igbo must embrace institutional business model supported by strong investment services. Afri Invest Group Managing Director Dr. Ike Choke commended Mba's administration for creating an enabling environment for enterprise growth, promising to provide expertise in finance, asset management, and business structuring to strengthen Enugu's investment and entrepreneurial ecosystem. The Federal Road Safety Maintenance Agency has commenced a targeted road safety intervention tagged Operation Safeguard the Roads in Kogi State to curb frequent accidents and enhance federal road efficiency. Inaugurated by the State Federal Road Maintenance Engineer, Mukhtar Abdul Rahim, the project seeks to engage local youth in minor repairs, vegetation control, and drainage clearance to improve visibility and prevent flooding. It also discourages vandalism, waste dumping, and theft of road infrastructure. The Zonal Director, Awodum Daniel, noted that the program will improve safety ahead of the festive season while fostering community ownership and sustainability of road assets. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has revived the state emergency medical services to ensure prompt rescue and treatment for accident victims. Covering all medical costs for the first 48 hours, the EMS, previously inactive, now operates from renovated bases in Bolorunduro, Igbara, Oke, and Ore, with dedicated emergency lines. The governor highlighted ongoing upgrades across secondary and tertiary health facilities, including infrastructure improvement, solar-powered lighting, and staff housing. Medical social workers were urged to adopt data-driven approaches to enhance equitable healthcare delivery and support research. The initiative demonstrates Ondo State commitment to improving emergency response and access to quality healthcare for vulnerable residents. The Enugu State government, in collaboration with the federal government, has launched the Maternal and Neonatal Mortality Innovation Initiative to reduce maternal and infant deaths in Oji River, Ogboze North, and Isi Uzo local government area. The national-led coordinator, Mr. Abraham Amadu, said the project will enhance access to skill and quality maternal care through community-based intervention. Health Commissioner, Professor George Ugu, he noted the initiative targets a 30% drop in maternal deaths and a 60% rise in hospital deliveries by 2030. The World Health Organization pledged technical support, aligning with Governor Peter Mba's health agenda for Enugu State. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has cautioned food producers and vendors nationwide against harmful practices such as chemical fruit ripening and food adulteration, and also unhygienic handling. Speaking at the sensitization campaign in Kano, FCC Executive Vice Chairman Mr. Olatunji Bello, represented by Dr. Nkechi Mba, stressed that food safety is a shared national duty. He warned that operators prioritizing profit over health will face legal sanction. The Commission pledged closer collaboration with NAFDAC, SON, and other agencies to ensure adherence to standards, while urging stakeholders to promote clean, safe, fair food practices for the protection of consumers. The management of Dala Inland Dry Port Limited has denied claims that members of former Kano Governor Dr. Abdullahi Gamduje's family hold shares in the company secretary, which is Adamu Sanda, describes circulating report as false, misleading, and politically motivated, stressing that neither the Gamduje family nor the Kano State Governor has ever owned a state. He clarified that official record from The Corporate Affairs Commission shows no stakeholding directorship or board representation by Gamduje's family. The port, originally managed by Ahmed Rabiu and later partly acquired by City Green Enterprises, operates as a major inland logistic hub, with Kano State's involvement limited to developmental support, not equity ownership. The EFCC and Nigerian Customs Service have pledged to strengthen collaboration against money laundering, smuggling, and other economic crime during a visit by NC's Oyo and Osun Area Controller General, the GI Aliu, to EFCC Ibadan Zonal Office. Both agencies emphasize intelligence sharing, joint operations, and mutual support to curb illicit financial flows and contraband trade. Aliu lauded EFCC's achievement under Ola Olukoye, while EFCC Acting Director Hawa Regime affirmed the agency's commitment to strategic partnership. The collaboration aimed to enhance national revenue, ensure safer financial spaces, and reinforce professionalism and accountability in both institutions' operation. The movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra has rejected a sit-at-home order reportedly issued by some pro-Biafra activists ahead of the November 8 Anambra governorship election led by Uchenna Madu. Described the call as a ploy by disgruntled elements to create political instability. The group urged residents to participate in the election and assured support for a peaceful, credible poll. MASSOB emphasized that prioritizing the interest of Ndigbo does not conflict with its self-determination agenda, warning anti-Biafra activists, including those abroad, to refrain from interfering in Anambra's political process. Ahead of the November 8 Anambra governorship election, the Onitsha Traditional Council, Ime Obi Onitsha, has condemned the use of masquerades for political campaigns. Chief of Staff Osita Onyowu stressed that masquerades are sacred embodiments of ancestors and must remain neutral, warning that their politicization threatens cultural integrity and could fuel division. He noted that some masquerades, including those from outside Onitsha, were being used to support candidates, undermining local traditions. The council urged political actors to respect cultural heritage and called on security agencies to prevent reoccurrence, reaffirming its commitment to preserving Onitsha's tradition and communal unity. The Independent National Electoral Commission has extended the continuous voter registration exercise in the Federal Capital Territory by 4 days, moving the deadline from October 8 to October 12, 2025. INEC Director of Voters Education, Victoria Etta Messi, said the decision followed impressive turnout with over 55,000 new registrants recorded. She explained that the extension aimed to accommodate more eligible citizens, though online pre-registration remains suspended to ensure physical completion of the process. The Commission urged residents yet to register to seize the opportunity and caution against multiple registration, reaffirming its commitment to credible and inclusive election. The Asagba of Asaba, His Royal Majesty Professor Epinfani Azinge, has renewed calls for a formal apology from the federal government over the 1967 Asaba speaking during the 58th memorial anniversary on Tuesday. The monarch said Asaba indigents still await acknowledgement and justice for tragic civil war killing. Azing urged President Bola Tinubu to apologize on behalf of Nigerians and honor the victims by establishing a federal university in Asaba. He He emphasized that such gesture would heal historic wounds. The event featured tributes, a 21-gun salute, and a 1-minute silence observed in remembrance of those killed. President Bola Tinubu has accepted the resignation of the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Uche Naji, following allegations of certificate forgery. According to presidential aide Bayo Onanuga, Naji submitted his resignation later, thanking the president for the opportunity to serve his exit, and follows a premium time investment, alleging that the forged academic and NYC certificates submitted during his 2023 ministerial screening, the University of Nigeria in Nsukka reportedly disowned the degree in question, deepening controversy. Naji, however, insists he legitimately graduated in 1985, dismissing the claim as politically motivated. He becomes the 8th minister to leave Tinubu's cabinet since inauguration. American Color has launched the American Color Club Talent 2025 campaign theme, Show Your Flow, to celebrate creativity and empower Nigerian youths. The digital contents invite talent in rap, dance, street art, DJing, basketball, sketching, and BMX to showcase their skills. Featuring Saga Adiolu, Debi Odumelu, and Arinze Egbemeku, the campaign promotes originality and self-expression. Winners stand to receive 3 million naira media exposure, a 1-year streaming subscription, and a year's supply of American Cola. Produced by Planet Bottling Company in Ogun State, the initiative underscores the brand's commitment to inspiring young Nigerians and supporting community-driven creative excellence. Jigawa State Governor Malam Umar Namadi is attending the 3rd high-level ministerial meeting on rice self-sufficiency in Cairo, Egypt, from October 7 to 9, 2025. The forum, organized by Egyptian Ministry of Agriculture, African Rice, and AOAD, aimed to transform African rice-based agri-food system and reduce import dependence. The event showcases Egypt's success in rice self-sufficiency and brings together African ministers, state governors, researchers, and private sectors to share innovation in rice production, irrigation, and technology-driven farming. Governor Namadi's participation underscores Jigawa's commitment to expanding rice cultivation, strengthening farmer cooperation, attracting investment, and promoting continental food security. The World Bank has flagged Nigeria's goal of achieving single-digit inflation as unrealistic, citing persistent structural challenges. Its latest African polls report Project Nigeria alongside Angola, Ethiopia, Ghana, Malawi, Sudan, Zambia, and Principe and Zimbabwe would maintain double-digit inflation through 2025 due to currency depreciation, high food and energy costs, and supply bottleneck. While most sub-Saharan African countries experience this inflation, Nigeria's inflation continues to strengthen household welfare and business confidence. The bank urged governments to reduce business costs, strengthen human capital, and attract private investments, highlighting agribusiness, healthcare, housing, tourism, and mining as sector with strong job creation potential for the continent's expanding workforce. Stay tuned. Some of the most exciting stories are just around the corner. After this brief commercial break, every update is one you won't want to miss. Please don't go away.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
Welcome back. We are glad you're still here with us. On the international news, Russia has signaled that prospects for a peace deal in Ukraine are fading, with Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov stating that momentum from the August Anchorage summit between President Putin and Donald Trump has largely collapsed. Ryabkov blamed European nations for prolonging the conflict and warned that sending long-range Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine will have severe consequences. Meanwhile, fighting continues along the front line, with Russia reporting drone interception over Belgorod and Ukraine sustaining strike on rail and energy infrastructure, including a thermal power plant in Kherson. European leaders have denounced Russia's hybrid warfare, targeting civilians and critical infrastructure. In business news, Nigerians are facing a surge in cooking gas prices, with a kilogram selling for up to 2,000 naira in some areas. The Nigerian Association of Liquefied Petroleum Gas Marketers explained that the hike is due to temporary supply disruption and opportunistic marketers, not officially priced changes. Supply gaps across Dangote refinery maintenance and a recent Pengassan strike creating shortages. NALPANG President Oladapo Olotunbosun urged consumers to buy directly from registered gas plants to avoid inflated prices and assure that normal supply and pricing will stabilize soon, as the association collaborates with authorities to restore market balance. In entertainment news, Afrobeat singer Cipro has shared insights into his music production process, highlighting the high costs involved. In a recent interview with Frank Edoho, he said he begins every project with prayer, seeking guidance before investing in track. Cipro revealed that producing a single video can cost tens of millions of naira, citing his hit, Shutdown, which reportedly cost over 40 million naira. Additionally, expenses include radio play, social media campaign, and influencer promotion, particularly on Instagram and TikTok. To manage costs, Cipro rallies on a network of industry friends for collaborative support, allowing him to reduce spending while maintaining quality output. And in sport, Portugal international and Al Nassr star Cristiano Ronaldo has become football's first billionaire, with his net worth reportedly hitting $1.4 billion. Following a new contract extension in the Saudi Pro League, the two-year deal signed in June sees Ronaldo earning €178 million annually, about €488,000 per day. In the second year, the forward holds multiple records, including the most official goals, and being Portugal's most capped men's player. Ronaldo joined supporting icons like Roger Federer, Tiger Woods, and Michael Jordan, and LeBron James in reaching the billionaire milestone. That is the end of this news broadcast. Before we go, here is a quick recap of the top stories we brought to you. The National Orientation Agency launched a voter education campaign ahead of the Taraba local government election, with Governor Agbo Kefas receiving praise for strengthening grassroots democracy in the state. In legal news, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu trial has been adjourned to October 16, pending a health assessment, while President Bola Tinubu has ascended to the Police Training Institution Establishment Bill 2024. In international news, Russia signaled that prospects for a peace deal in Ukraine are fading amid continued fighting. On the business front, Nigerians are facing a surge in cooking gas prices due to supply disruption. In entertainment, Afrobeat singer Cipro